Hi, my name is Tamara. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you're new, please subscribe, join the family. We would love to have you. We love all things fragrances. All things smell good on this channel. Now, today we're talking about pretty girl fragrances. So if you are in your pretty girl era, your soft girl era, then these fragrances you need. Now, the first one we're going to be talking about, I don't feel like I can have a pretty girl or soft girl fragrance without Windflowers by Creed. This is a pretty girl fragrance. The bottle is pretty, it is feminine, it is classy, it is soft. Now it's not a beast mode. It doesn't have the Creed strong musky DNA, so it's more of a soft fragrance, very fruity florals. And for me, this one is if you're going to like a brunch in the spring, summer, you're going out for like an early dinner, or even if you're just going to run errands and you just want to smell good, light air, fresh, fruity with some florals, then Windflowers is definitely for you. This one opens up with Orange Blossom Peach. It has a Jasmine Sambac, Tuberose and Rose, and then it has a Musk, Orange Blossom, Praline, Iris, Sandalwood. This is best for spring, summer, and longevity is moderate. You get about 6 hours. After that is more of a skin scent. People really have to come close to you. But these are what pretty girl fragrances are. They're not loud, they're not beast mode, they're soft, they're delicate, they're classy, they're feminine, and I think this truly embodies all of that. So Windflowers by Creed, all the pretty girls, this is a must-have if you like your fruity floral, soft, dainty, classy fragrance. Jasmine Rouge by Tom Ford. This one is a heavy jasmine fragrance. You have to love your jasmine to love this one, because as soon as you spray it, you're getting that jasmine coming through. Now, I would say before, when I first sprayed, I was like, ugh, too much. The jasmine was just, that's all I could get from the fragrance. However, once it sits on your skin, you're starting to get some florals coming through. So it's not just jasmine. You start smelling the other florals. It's nice and soft, and the jasmine just kind of toned down. Not take a backseat. It is there, but it's not as heavy and in your face as when you first spray. So this one, I would say, even if you love jasmine, you will love this because it's heavy jasmine. I like it after a few minutes of spraying it. I love how the jasmine start to play and blends with the other notes in the fragrance after a while. So the leather is in there. I think it has leather. It has leather and some woody notes in this fragrance, but I feel like they play a supporting role. They're like more backseat. They're not up heavy and front. It blends really well with the fragrance as it dries down. You barely smell the leather. As I said, it's more of a supporting role to kind of just balance the fragrance and give it a little bit of depth. The woody notes is not strong, it's not heavy. This is a soft suede. The woodsy notes are not too much. So again, this is jasmine floral fragrance. You have ginger, cinnamon, bergamot, cardamom, pepper, mandarin. So many notes, and all I can get is jasmine when I first spray. You have jasmine, ylang, neroli, broom, clary sage, and then you have amber, vanilla, woodsy notes, leather, French labdanum in the base. It takes a while for you to start smelling the ylang and the neroli. You will get the neroli, but it starts to blend really well. Jasmine Rouge by Tom Ford. Pretty girl, soft, delicate, and longevity is moderate. Sillage is moderate on this one. This one's gonna give you a 6 hours. Rosendo Mateu 6. This one is a pretty girl classy fragrance. There is musk in there, but the musk is not too heavy, not too strong. The musk in there is softer than that you would get in For Your Love from Mizenzer. This one is a little bit softer. It's a classy, it's pretty, it's a little bit, it's delicate. It is sophisticated. This is a fruity floral fragrance with some woodsy notes in the base. It is pretty. It is slightly ambery in the dry down, but when you first spray it, you get that boost of fruity and freshness and some florals peeping through, and then it dries down to a slightly sweet, soft, ambery, musky fragrance, but the musk is not too much. The musk in this fragrance just balance it out. It's not a musky fragrance. It's a soft, pretty girl, feminine fragrance. This is a compliment getter. I never forget, I wore this one and I was in line at a Publix, and the guy behind me was like, what are you wearing? You smell, I'm so sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful. You smell amazing. Can you write it down for me so I can get it for my wife? This is the fragrance. It is soft, pretty, feminine, classy, and this is a long-lasting fragrance. So this is going to give you 8 hours. You don't have to overspray, and projects within the first 2 or 3 hours. Really amazing. Rosendo Mateu does fragrance really well. This is a jasmine forward fragrance as well, so you're gonna get the jasmine, but the jasmine in this one is not as loud and prominent as Jasmine Rouge. Jasmine in this one is nicely done. It blends well, and you don't get heavy jasmine. You get some fruitiness and some florals. The jasmine blends well. Now it has coconut in there, but the coconut gives a little bit of creaminess. It's not a milky lactonic fragrance. It just adds a little bit of creaminess. And I think the sandalwood in this one adds a little bit of creaminess as well to the fragrance. This is a nice soft girl brunch, church, even dinner fragrance. It is just pretty and classy. I absolutely love this one. And again, projection is amazing, longevity is amazing. Now the notes, you have jasmine, sambac, exotic fruits, floral notes, coconut. Then you have a green accord. You have sandalwood, spicy notes, white musk, vanilla, and amber. On the front it says jasmine, sandalwood, oriental musk, and those are the prominent notes that you're gonna get in the fragrance. But the musk is not heavy or strong in this one. And this is Rosendo Mateu 6. This is a spring summer classic girl fragrance. The Wedding Silk Santal from Kayali. This one is a gorgeous, fruity, floral, classy, soft, feminine fragrance. It is really pretty. It has a lot of florals in there, some fruitiness to it, and then it has this the champagne note that gives it a bubbly, effervescent feel. So when you spray it, it gives it like a nice fizzy feel to the fragrance. And it adds to the fragrance too. This, and I think this is better with time, because when I first got it I was like, okay, but as it sits, like all Kayali fragrances, as it sits in your collection and it macerates, you're really starting to get the beauty of this fragrance and the hype around this fragrance. It is really a beautiful fragrance. I still love my Vanilla 28, but this one is a nice spring, summer, going out, brunch, baby shower, any little thing that you have in the summer where you're putting on a nice dress, you're dressing up, or you are just pretty much going around friends and you don't want anything too much, you just want something classy, chic, and soft and feminine. You can't go wrong with this one. I think you should actually get your nose on this one, because it's really a girly, soft, pretty girl fragrance. And the notes in this one says champagne, freesia, blackcurrant, nectarine, praline, jasmine, orange blossom, may rose, vanilla, sugar, sandalwood, musk, amberwood, oak musk. A lot of notes, but to me they really blend well together. I don't think the sugar note make it sweet. Yes, the sugar and the vanilla add some sweetness, but it's on the Vanilla 28. Even though yes, they may have similar, it's not a Vanilla 28 fragrance. It's not that sweet, but the vanilla and sugar add a little bit of sweetness, but then the musk kind of grums it back and just balance it all together with that champagne note. So really overall love this. It's a pretty girl in a bottle. It is a pretty girl fragrance, and I do actually recommend this one. So Casablanca from House of Bo. I actually bought this in a discovery set and I love this one so much. I ordered the big bottle. Can't wait to get it. This is a pretty girl fragrance. This is a soft, the spray on this one is not good. So I hope the full bottle is not like this, because the spray on this one is really not good. But this one is floral fragrance, but it has a woodiness to it. And that woodiness just balance out the florals. It is pretty, it's classy. And even though it's woodsy or woody in a little bit, it's not strong and overpowering. The woodsy notes in this really just adds character and balance it out. It's airy, it's fresh, it's soft, it's feminine. Oh, it's pretty. I understand the hype, and I understand why this is a bestseller for the house, because it is so beautiful, soft and delicate, but then it have a little bit of character to it. It's not just a fruity floral fragrance. It's a fruity floral with depth. It's a fruity floral that has some complexity. It's a fruity floral that's classy, and I think this can be worn for all occasion. I think you can dress this down, you could dress it up, and this is for me I know when I get my full bottle, this is gonna be like dinner, brunch. You know, you go out in the summertime and you have outdoor eating and you're sitting outside. This is gonna be worn because it is pretty, it's feminine, it's classy, it's a little bit complex, but not overly complex. And the wooden note just really play a main character in there, where it really just balances it, grounds it. But when you first spray it, you get a light, airy, fresh in the opening. The tobacco in this one too is done really, really well. It gives it a little bit of hint of smokiness, but not too much. So it's just right. And then the oud balance it back out. And then the vanilla just adds a bit of sweetness in the base. So think about the tobacco, the vanilla, and the oud in the base that just really grounds the fragrance and balance it back out. Really beautiful fragrance. I'm not describing it well. I'm not giving it justice. I think classy girl, pretty girl, feminine girl, it girl, soft girl need this fragrance. As I said, I do have the big bottle coming. Now the notes in this one, it says mineral notes, white tea, labdanum, fig, copal, white suede, bourbon, vanilla, tobacco, and oud. Don't let the notes fool you. They blend really well, and you get a classy girl fragrance from House of Bo Casablanca. Now this is just a soft, pretty girl vanilla fragrance. So this is, while Casablanca has some depth and some character and some, you know, something to ground it, this for me is a soft, pretty girl fragrance. So if you want a vanilla fragrance that's not a sweet vanilla or a gourmand vanilla, but you want a vanilla that's good for spring, summer, a vanilla you can wear to dainty functions like baby shower. I always say baby shower or brunch or picnic for this one, or wedding. For some reason, that's how I see this one. But honestly, spring, summer, you can wear this anywhere. It is just that fragrance that is really good. But when you first spray it, you're getting this freshness. When you first spray, you're like, oh, is this a vanilla fragrance? But you get that freshness, and it has the kumquat, it has the lime, so it's really fresh and juicy in the opening. But then it dries down to a soft, slightly musky, powdery vanilla fragrance. And this is just a soft girl fragrance. It's a pretty girl fragrance. The bottle is pretty. The fragrance, the juice that comes out of the bottle is also pretty. It is soft, it's delicate. Projection is moderate. Longevity, it's not your best. You have to decant, take it with you, or if you're going out for like 4 or 5 hours, this will do. But anything over 5-6 hours, depending on how you spray, it's gonna be gone, because it's not the most long-lasting fragrance. It's a really soft, nice, sophisticated, classic girl, feminine vanilla fragrance that I really love. This is heavy in my rotation for spring, summer. This is good for church. You know, I go to church on Sunday, so when I go to church, I don't want to spray too much. I don't want to be choking my neighbors, so I like soft fragrance, and this is good for that. A flight, good for that. I think anything soft, pretty, dainty, I think of this one. The notes in this one, you have kumquat lime, then you have violet, Italian iris, lilac, Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, vanilla, malt, white musk, ambrette, sandalwood, and cedar. Even though it has the cedar, it has the musk, it has the even though it has the cedar, sandalwood, and the white musk, don't think heavy musky. They're there to just kind of balance the fragrance out. You get the lily of the valley in there as well, but for me, the vanilla is the main character in this fragrance. It's a nice, soft, powdery vanilla fragrance. I absolutely love this one, and this is Dama Bianca from Xerjoff, the Casa Marati line. Greenwich Village from Bond number 9. This is soft, pretty girl fragrance. This is my fragrance to get my hair done, my fragrance for my flight, my fragrance for running errands. This is a soft, pretty girl. Projection is not crazy. Longevity is not good, but longevity is good, but it doesn't project. It stays on your skin. It sits close to you. People have to come into your bubble to smell it, but when they do, it's a nice experience. They're gonna compliment you. It's just not a loud fragrance. As I said, I don't really have any loud fragrance on this list, because these are pretty girl, soft girl, people who just love fragrance and enjoy fragrance for themselves and don't need that heavy, musky, get there before me and all that. They just need something that really smells nice, classy, feminine, dainty. That is what this is, and this embodies this to the T. This one People say that it's similar to Baccarat 540. Yes, it has a little bit of similarity, but I feel like they go in two different directions. This is fruitier than BBR 540 to me. This is a fruity floral, slightly sweet, feminine fragrance. That's what I get. This gives me soft girl, classy girl, feminine girl. Girl just, you know, she's not doing too much. She doesn't want you to, she doesn't care for compliments. She wears her fragrance for her. Fruity floral, slight powderiness, slight sweetness in the dry down. Longevity is amazing. However, it sits really close to you. And this is Greenwich Village from bond number 9. Ylang in Gold. This is another pretty girl fragrance that really sits close to the skin. Again, this is going to give you about 6 hours for longevity. It's not your beast mode. It's not the most long lasting, but it's a really pretty florally fragrance. The Ylang mixes so well with the coconut. The sandalwood, it plays a creamy role as well, and then the vanilla adds some sweetness in this. This is a pretty girl fragrance. You have to love Ylang in your fragrance, because I think this is Ylang. I think that's the main support. That's the main note that I get. I get the creaminess from the coconut, but the coconut is not too much, not too lactonic, not too creamy. And then the vanilla gives it some sweetness. This is a pretty girl fragrance. Now, because of this one, I feel like it has the gold dust that can stain your clothes or go on your clothes, so be careful how you spray this. But pretty girl, creamy, floral, Ylang forward fragrance. The notes in this one is geranium, citruses, Ylang, sandalwood, vanilla, coconut. Beautiful, pretty girl, soft Ylang fragrance. As I said, longevity 6 hours top. Doesn't matter how you overspray. People just have to come into your space to really smell this one. But it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. Burberry Goddess. This is a pretty girl vanilla fragrance. This is vanilla through and through. It has a lavender in the opening, and it has a ginger that gives it a little bit of complexity to the fragrance. The lavender is not too masculine or unisex. It's done really, really well, but the dry down is really a vanilla fragrance. It's a soft, pretty girl, delicate vanilla fragrance. It is not overly sweet. You have to spray heavy. I think you really have to overspray to really get this fragrance, but it's classy, it's soft, it's feminine, it's girly, and it's not a gourmand vanilla. It's a nice, classy vanilla fragrance. I love this. Because as it sat in my collection, it macerated a little bit, I get more from the fragrance. So I think this fragrance is a better with time. But when you first spray it, you're getting that lavender and ginger mix, and then it dries down to a really beautiful vanilla fragrance. Very light, very airy, very fresh, slightly complex, very sophisticated. Notes in this one, you have vanilla, lavender, cacao, ginger, vanilla, caviar in the mid, and vanilla absolute in the base. So nice vanilla fragrance. I don't get much of the cacao in it. Maybe that's where it gives it a little bit creaminess, but I don't get that strong cacao note coming through. I get the lavender, I smell the ginger, and I get the vanilla. But nice, airy, classy, pretty girl fragrance. Burberry Goddess. And that's it. Those are the fragrances that I have in my collection that are pretty girl fragrance, that are classy girl, soft life. You're in your soft life era, your soft girl era. These are fragrances that I think you will like, I think you will enjoy, and these are more for spring, summer time. Very nice, very fresh, very fruity, very classy lineup for the it girl, soft girl, classy girl, feminine girl, pretty girl, all the girls pretty much. And I think anybody can wear these fragrances. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you comment, let me know what your pretty girl, soft girl fragrances are. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my fragrance recommendation. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.